Hey, welcome. Today, we're diving into a really massive shift in how we create software. We're talking about the power to take a simple idea and turn it into a real working app without having to be a professional coder to do it. Let's jump right in.
I think we've all been there, right? You get this flash of genius for an app, something that could solve a huge problem or just be a ton of fun. But then, boom, reality hits. You picture this massive, intimidating wall of code standing in your way. Well, what if that wall is finally starting to crumble?
And that brings us to this incredible new idea, vibe coding. It's exactly what it sounds like. You focus on the vision, the vibe. You describe what you want in plain English, and an AI takes over, doing the heavy lifting and turning your words into actual working code. It's a total game changer.
So let's start with the first kind of person, the visionary. You're the one with the great idea, but maybe not the coding background. You know exactly what you want to build, you just need a tool that can bring it to life straight from your description.
For you, the visionary, the key tools to look at are AI app builders. These are platforms designed specifically to take your idea, written out as a simple prompt, and then generate a whole application for you, often with a visual editor so you can tweak and polish the final product.
So here's a quick look at 3 of the top players out there. If you're all about a beautiful, slick user interface, Bolt is probably your best bet. It gives you these instant visual previews. Now, if your app needs more muscle in the background, like user accounts or a database, Base44 is built for exactly that. And if you just want the absolute easiest, most straightforward starting point, Lovable is known for being incredibly user-friendly.
But, and this is a big but, here's a really crucial piece of feedback from someone who's actually used these. A lot of these platforms run on a credit-based system, and as this user on Reddit points out, that can be a huge pain point. You might find that tiny changes or fixing a simple bug just eats through your credits like crazy, and that can lead to some unexpected costs. It's definitely something you want to keep in mind.
Okay, let's move on to our next profile, the aspiring coder. This is for you if you don't just want to build an app, you actually want to understand what's going on under the hood and learn as you go.
For this kind of journey, a tool like Replit is just fantastic. You shouldn't think of it as some black box that just spits out an app. No, it's way more like an AI co-pilot, like a mentor that's building with you inside a real professional development environment.
And this is how it works. It's a really cool process. You start with your prompt, just like the other tools. The AI generates the code to get you started. But here's the magic. You can immediately jump into that code, change things, break things, and really learn from it in a proper coding setup, all before you hit deploy.
Now, to get access to those really powerful AI features that make all this possible, Replit has a subscription model. It's about $35 a month. And this is a really key difference from those credit-based tools we just talked about. A lot of users prefer this because the cost is predictable. You know what you're paying, and there are no surprise bills.
All right, so what about the pros, the developers who already know their way around code? Well, this whole AI revolution isn't passing them by. Actually, it's giving them superpowers to work faster and smarter than ever before.
And the big difference to understand here is app builder versus code assistant. Those app builders we saw earlier, they do the work for you. But code assistants, well, they help you do the work faster. They generate code snippets, help you debug, all right inside the editor you already know and love.
So the Pros Toolkit is all about seamless integration. You've got editors like Cursor, which was built from the ground up with AI at its very core. Then you have super specialized tools like V0, which can generate complex UI components for modern frameworks like React and Tailwind from just a simple description. And for really precise, top-tier code, a lot of pros are using powerful AI models directly, like Claude Code.
So, with all these different options out there, how do you actually choose the one that's right for you? Well, it all comes back to matching your personal vibe and your project's goals with the perfect tool. Let's break it down.
But what if you're not ready to commit? Maybe you just have a cool idea you want to play around with, to see if it even has potential, and you want to do it for free.
For that exact situation, Google AI Studio is an amazing place to start. It's free, and it can give you a really strong first version to mess around with. You just have to be aware that, based on user feedback, it can start to struggle a bit when projects get more complex. It's not always great at that end-to-end planning you need for a really big app.
And this slide right here, this is your ultimate cheat sheet. It brings everything we just talked about together. Just find your profile on the left. If you're a pure no-coder aiming to deploy something simple, you're looking at Bolt or Base44. If you're an aspiring coder who wants to build and learn, Replit is hands down your best bet.
For the pros, it's all about workflow accelerators like Cursor. And for that quick, free experiment, Google AI Studio is the perfect place to start.
So, as these AI tools get more and more powerful, the barrier between an idea and actually creating it is becoming thinner than ever. It's not about the technical code anymore. Now it's about the clarity and the creativity of your vision. The only real limit is your vibe. So the question is, what will you create?